video that I had actually made, some of the people wanted me to comment on red flag laws and the shooting in Ohio. So I guess I'll start there. The red flag law, obviously, in my opinion, is going to be a bad idea. I do not understand why our president and a few of the Republicans are standing behind this, because I feel like they're trying to make the other side feel better. We know that everybody looks for a solution for the mass shootings, even though mass shootings on the Richter scale of percentage is so low. It's 0.015, something like that. I mean, it's so low that we really don't even have them, if you think about it, per capita of the U.S.'s population. But on the red flag laws, I do not think that we're going to get anywhere with them anyways. You already hear Joe Biden and the other candidates for the Democratic side already saying, look, the red flag laws aren't enough. Well, it used to be enough for them a few months ago until President Trump or the Republicans came up with it. So they're just going to continue to take more. It's that, or give an inch, they'll take a yard. And that's the way that it's going to be with the liberals on this. So it's not going to do anything to include, it's going to take guns away from people that shouldn't have their guns taken away. And what I'm talking about is it's a he said, she said type of thing. And like every law that's ever been made or any rule that's ever been made through politicians, that they're going to abuse those laws, and they're going to make it to where people cannot have guns that are they're violating their Second Amendment right. In fact, this violates two of our amendments, because you have the Second Amendment that you're going to be violating, and you're also violating the, which is that without due process, and we're going to take somebody's gun because they might do something. So we had to have a pause in the video there because Donnan, Afro Tactics One, follow him on Instagram. I had to get on the radio just to tell people that get on the share drive to look at their cool guy pics. So, well, I'm going back to what I was talking about, that where we have two amendments that are being infringed on, and that's the second and the fourth, I think it is. So that's my thing on the red flag law, and to stop violence on with guns. And so let's start off with that the pen is not mightier than the sword. That is one of the biggest myths ever, and let me tell you why. Because if you have two pens, that one pen writes one thing, another pen writes another, there is no way for them to solve that. All they do is argue. Point, look at the Democrats versus Republicans, liberals versus conservatives, and so on. They get nowhere. So the pen is not mightier than the sword when you have two pens, because there's not a winner. There is a winner when it comes to a sword. So the solution to mass shootings or violence with guns, period, is the good guys having guns. That is the solution. We shouldn't be talking about anything else, but we continue to. And it just amazes me, flat out amazes me, that we just can't get it. All right? We have the facts. We have the numbers to show that just under 200,000 crimes, violent crimes, are stopped with guns every year. That is compared to the amount of people that are actually killed with guns, whether it be by murder or suicide, which suicide takes up the mass majority, or accidental. All right. The murder portion is so low compared to just the suicide one. And then people go, well, they wouldn't commit suicide if they wouldn't have a gun. What? That makes no sense at all. No sense at all. People have been committing suicide since the very beginning of time, all right? And they're going to continue to commit suicide, and they're going to find a way. Just like if they're going to find a way to hurt you, they will find a way to hurt you, all right? If you look at these war-torn countries that I go to, all right, trust me, you want a gun. But it's IEDs, VBIDs, bombs, and stuff like that kills a majority of the people. It isn't actually small arms. So people are going to find a way no matter what, all right? And I think it's just something that they need to take into account. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. I really don't. So right, going to the assault weapons ban. All right, so let's get this straight. Number one, AR does not stand for assault rifle. Okay, AR stands for Armalite rifle. Assault is an action. Most police or cops or law enforcement will tell you that assault is an action. I assaulted you. Okay, whenever I hit you in the face, I assaulted you. All right, so a gun cannot be an assault gun or an assault weapon unless it assaults somebody. A weapon. Anything can be used as a weapon. Why are we calling guns weapons? Alright? Now, it's a weapon whenever I use it to defend myself, to hurt somebody, or to kill somebody. Yes. But if I don't do any of those three things, it's not a weapon. So whenever I have a rifle sitting on the table, all it is a gun. And that's it. You don't hear people calling it, because hammers kill more people than AR-15s do, by the way. Hammers. We don't call it an assault hammer. That doesn't make any sense. In fact, in the cop's PC, it would say blunt force object, parentheses, hammer, was assaulted by a blunt force object, parentheses, hammer. Okay, doesn't that make more sense? So everybody wants to keep playing word games. There's your word game. There is no such thing as an assault weapon. Now, there's a machine gun. There's a machine gun. Sure. And we're not allowed to have them. We're allowed to have semi-automatic rifles. Semi. That's what we're allowed to have. And that's what they're after. They're after the semi. Well, guess what? Every gun out there almost now that is a modern gun, rifle or pistol, is semi-auto. That means, guys, they are trying to take all your guns. And why would the government want to take all your guns? You know why. The amount of people that were killed by their own government that were unarmed is horrendous. Horrendous. It's for control. Period. And I don't care if it comes from a Republican or a Democrat. I don't care who it is. You're infringing on our rights. Yes, it can be amended. That is very, very true. The Second Amendment is absolute. It is absolute. It says shall not be infringed. That is absolute. But, yes, amendments can be amended. But at this moment, they haven't been. They haven't been. So, we've got over 20,000 laws on the books right now for guns. It's not stopping people from killing people. The only way to stop it is violence with violence. Not the pen versus the violence or pen versus pen. It is violence that stops violence. And that is the way that it goes. So there's my whole take on the whole red flag. And then let's go quickly to, I'll briefly talk about the Ohio shooting, because we don't hear much about it other than they claim that it was 20 people, I think it was, that was killed in 1 minute, which I do not believe. I think that is numbers that was made up by the police to make themselves look better. And thank God for them anyways, all right? So let's start with number one, all right? It is a bad tactical decision ever, always, to go to a bar. Why? Because most states, it's against the law to have a gun while you're in the bar, all right? And even those that do have it, you cannot be drinking while you're doing it. So pretty much, unless you're keeping a gun in the vehicle that you're not going to be able to get to, all right, only the bad guys are going to have guns in bars. All right, this one actually had a line of people, and that's how this person was able to kill so many people, is because, but they could have done the same thing with a vehicle. I mean, they really could have, even quicker, and it could have been even nastier, so think about that. All right, the only good thing about going to a bar is this. If you can survive in the first couple of minutes, then you're probably going to make it, because police hang around bars. They do, because that's where all the trouble happens. That's why, again, that's a bad tactical decision to go to a bar, because that's where you go to meet drunks, people ready to fight. That's what happens. Every bar, person's been to a bar, you know that's how it goes down. So Then the media wanted to talk about the 223, and then oh my gosh, someone said the high caliber. Okay, let's get this out of here right now. Number one, the 5.56 or the 223, okay, is a cartridge. It's a cartridge. All right, it is one of the smallest calibers that we have. Yeah, that's right, people. It's a 22 caliber. A 22 caliber. Now, for all you little gun turds out there that want to go, it's a .224. It's a 22 caliber. Okay? 22 caliber. That's it. It's a long casing. Okay? But it's a cartridge. The whole thing combined is a cartridge. It's one of the smallest ones we have out there. You want to know why almost every shooting, like the one in Las Vegas that was absolutely horrid, why there was 52 killed, I forgot how much it was, and almost like 500 injured? Because the main gun used, or bullet used, was a 22 caliber bullet, the 223 cartridge. Yeah, see, if it would have been like a 308 or the hunting cartridges that we use, all right, or bigger calibers, then there would have been more deaths and less people injured. So get off the whole caliber bull crap. That's crazy because, guys, if we don't stop them there, we're going to be in a lot of trouble because basically 22 LR is about as small as you can go, man. I mean, and I don't think that's sufficient for self-defense at all. At all. And last but not least, whatever suitable and reasonable that the government can have to use against you, we should be able to use for our own protection. Alright? If it's good enough for the government, the same people that want to take away your damn guns, well, those guns that they're being protected with are even guns that we can't have because they're fully automatic rifles and machine guns, submachine guns. We're not allowed to have those. Alright? But yet they get to be protected by them, and they want to take our semis away from us. Alright? Take it into account that the AR-15 itself, which is not the only semi-automatic rifle out there, geniuses, alright? Not even close. I don't even want to go into the other ones because I don't want you attacking them, alright? Only thing on anybody's mind ever is AK-47 or AR-15. Trust me, in my opinion, and there's a lot of others, there's some better semi-automatic rifles out there that will do a little bit better job than maiming you and actually kill you, or injuring you and actually kill you. Trust me. So get off of it. Get off of it. You don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, I'm going to quit ranting or rumbling. That was as quick as I possibly could give you on Ohio shooting and the red flag laws. All right, God, family, country on that order. Thanks for watching.